Hey, welcome to video number 183 of Walkerless Way with Hazel Walker, the queen of all things.
B&I and networking. And
I
we wore the same outfits this week. We must have done laundry at the same time and just
we did, yeah. Well, or not done laundry. We've been stuck at the office here and just working really hard to create success for the members. So
and you want to go on holiday.
I know, that's crazy. I am Mark Simmons, Hazel Walker. Good to see you again. One of the things we do these Walkerless Ways every week, right? We do them. It doesn't matter where we are in the world. Right now, you're right next door. But if you're in Indiana, if I was on holiday, you're on holiday, we still make sure we get together. Why? Because we're committed to doing this. We're committed to doing it.
There's the word.
We are. And so we talked in our last video about how we had some member events, in-person events. And interestingly enough, we had a lot of members sign up and register for things. We had a lot less actually show up, even though they registered. And this is something when we've done the workshops, and we've put through probably around in the last 2 years, 3,000 members through the advanced workshops. And I know that when we put it out across Canada and part of Indiana, we had a lot of members register for them. We'd have 50 or 60 register and 20 actually show. And it feels like there's this thing of, well, I registered, so that's good enough.
Yeah, it's not good enough.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, I ask you to marry me, but I don't show up for my wedding.
Yeah, I didn't mean it.
I really meant it wasn't a commitment.
And the challenge is, especially for things where we have to pre-order food, if you're doing a free event, because it's free, so you have to pre-order food, you have to pre-order things, you're on the line for it, and then people don't show. And occasionally someone would send me a message, hey, I can't make it, I'm sorry. That's great. I'm like, that's
just communicate.
Right, communicate. It's a respectful, proper thing to do.
Right.
But ghosting and no showing?
Yeah, you see, I don't know if this is just a generational or cultural thing, but it seems to happen a lot.
Yeah.
Leadership team, and not just in showing up for events. People register for events and they pay money, and then they no show.
Right.
And then they ask for a refund
after the fact. Yeah.
But I can't give you a refund because I had to pay for your meal anyway.
Right.
Because I guaranteed 300 or 400 or 500 people. That's what they are going to bill me for, right? That happens a lot, but we also see that in leadership team, right? People make the commitment to take a leadership team role, and halfway through it, they quit. People take, well, I need to do this and I need to do that, and I don't want it, and they just quit in the middle of it. Well, don't take the role. Now, don't get me wrong. There's sometimes you don't really have a choice.
Yeah. Right.
Things happen, life change. You can no longer maintain the commitment, but you will work with the team to help them find replacements and support, right?
Right.
And job changes and things like that. So there's that. But there's a lot of times people go, well, my dues expired, I'm not renewing, and they leave. Well, then why did you make the commitment?
Yeah.
Why bother committing? And it is a big issue. I just don't know how to fit it. I don't think people understand. It hurts your credibility.
Absolutely.
I mean, it hurts your credibility because we know who didn't show up, right? And so I think, where else in your life do you make commitments and actually not do it?
Yeah,
because I'm a firm believer in how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yeah, and we talk a lot. We've talked in past videos. I know I've done this in all the workshops. Is that the one thing about B&I is very optical, optics. And if you're showing up late for your meeting, leaving early for your meetings, no showing. What that says to me is, if you're not showing up here and I bring you a referral, there's a pretty good chance you're not going to show up for the referral I bring you,
or
which is probably going to be my client or somebody trusts me. They'll no longer trust me.
Right. So if I have to trust you to do one thing, right?
Yeah.
Make me look good.
Right.
Not showing up for something doesn't make me look good.
Right.
Right. It didn't make us look good to have a keynote speaker and only have 100 people show up when we said we were have 400. Now that's hypothetical, but
Yeah.
now I don't look good. It looks like I lied to my speaker or whatever. So yeah, you have to make me look good if you want me to trust you, because that's really all we care. It's my reputation and it's your reputation. So when you don't show up, I'm like, there he is. Once again, he hasn't shown up.
Right.
And there's people who have that reputation. Oh, he'll be late, or oh, he won't show up at all. They sign up for everything, but they never come.
Yeah. And, we know things come up last minute. Absolutely.
Just
but
call.
It's as simple as calling, text message, email, so many ways to let us know, sorry, I can't make it, other than just not showing up.
Yeah, I'm always really good with people when they let me know in advance.
Right.
I say, I'll miss you, but thank you for letting me know, blah, 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 right? Versus just not showing up. And money, free things are the worst because people think free has no value. But that whiskey tasting and that stuff we did for the leadership team was amazing.
Yeah.
And then our awards night was amazing. We had really good time in that little place. And that was free.
Yeah.
Right. But when people pay money for BNI and then don't show up.
Correct. Yes. Very true.
Right. They just don't show up. So if you're going to make a commitment, keep your commitment. Commitment is actually one of my core values.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very rare that I will say I will do something and actually not do it because I feel guilty.
Right. And let's talk just quickly about showing up, because that has a couple of meanings. There's a physical act of showing up, but there's also the act of, if you're physically there, show up and be present there.
Be present be present in the moment and pay attention.
Yeah.
Right. When I'm speaking, listen to me.
Right.
When you're speaking, I should be listening to you. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just showing up physically. It's like being in the room.
Yeah. So we have an ask. This is our ask. And I'm sure this is very similar for any of you around the world who are holding events, whether they're BNI or for your own business. Our ask is this, that if we're holding events, workshops and that, and you do register, one of two things: show up or send an email, call, text message, whatever it is, saying, sorry, I can't be there, or I'm going to miss this one, as a respectful thing to do. That's our only ask.
Yep, that's it. Just let us know. If you're not going to actually show up, just let us know that in advance.
Yeah. So I think the title of this is Stick to Your Commitments.
Stick to your commitments. Yeah.
Yeah. All righty. That's enough from us. We schooled today. We schooled, but we still love you all, but we schooled today. All righty. Till next time, Hazel.
Bye.
Bye.